See what he's got.
Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Sports Saviors. It is December 28th, about 4:50 p.m. And maybe we didn't predict it, but the Steelers do as no one's surprised what happened today. 13-6 loss. Pittsburgh Steelers lose in Cleveland. One of the most lackluster performances of the season, coming at the most important time of the season as well. But overall, just a bad game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lee, what are your opening thoughts?
Just a bad performance by the team overall. There were some key plays that the Steelers did make, but they did not finish out and complete the plays that they needed to make. This team is it's almost just comical how they will play well against good teams, but as soon as it's a team that ain't doing much, season's over, it's like they take their foot off the gas pedal. They just continue to just try to play catch up at the end of the game, and that's what they did up until the last drive. That's just what happened. They played catch up because they just making mistakes and not playing well the whole game.
They can't win in Cleveland right now, which is insane to say.
Yeah.
Especially when you look back to what Ben Roethlisberger did. This is a 13-12 Cleveland team. Shoulder Sanders had some flashes today, but he's not been a great starter. He ends up 17-23 for 186, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions today. They're missing some players themselves. Obviously, the Steelers are missing DK Metcalf, who made a boneheaded decision last week.
Yeah.
I honestly can't. You said there were some flashes. When you score 6 points and looking at the stats, even I don't see the flashes here. I don't think anyone can say they had a good game today.
No, not at all. I just meant like a couple. They made a couple plays that they didn't convert on. Is all I meant. Is all.
Yeah, it just overall was a shitty performance. There's no other way to spin it or try to put it anything positive into it. Rodgers ends up 21 of 39 for 168. It's 4.3 yards per attempt. Passer rating of 64.9. Jaylen Warren ends up with 12 carries for 64 yards. That's a 5.3 average. Connor Hayward had 2 rushes for 26 yards, including a 29-yard by himself. Gainwell just 7 carries for 26 yards. Frymo 3 catches, 63 yards, including a 29-yarder. He had a decent game. If you're going to say someone had a decent game offensively, it was him. But just the receivers as a whole just couldn't do anything, couldn't get anything done. They had poor play calling, left a lot of points on the field. I think that's true, but even if you go past the play calling, I don't know how many points they left on the board. They just couldn't move the ball. Do you got the stats for this week?
Yeah, I got the stats for this game. Again, final score is 13-6 Browns over the Steelers. Total yards, Steelers had 291 total yards to the Browns, 262. Pass yards, Steelers had 160 pass yards to the Browns, 184. Rush yards, which was pretty good this week, even though with nothing going on. The Steelers had 131 rushing yards to the Browns, 78. Yards per play, Steelers 4.5 yards per play to the Browns, 5.2 yards per play. First downs, Steelers had 15 first downs to the Browns, 11. Third down efficiency, Steelers, this was just terrible today. 3 for 15 on third down. Browns were 4 for 11 on third down. Fourth down, no team converted. The Steelers were 0 for 3 on fourth down, and the Browns were 0 for 1. Total plays, Steelers had 65 total plays to the Browns, 50. Each team had 2 sacks. The Steelers punted the ball 5 times. The Browns punted 4 times. Penalty yards, the Steelers had 4 penalties for 34 yards to the Browns, 6 penalties for 45 yards. There were no fumbles on the on either side of the ball for each team. However, the Steelers did intercept Shador twice. The Browns did not have an interception. Time possession was about the same. Steelers had 30 minutes and 39 seconds to the Browns 29 minutes and 21 seconds. The Steelers had 29 individual tackles. Browns had 36. Field goals, the Steelers were 2 for 3 from the field goal, and the Browns were 2 for 2. And each team did not convert in the red zone. The Steelers were 0 for 2 in the red zone, and the Browns were 0 for 1 in the red zone. And those are your stats for today's game. Not the best stats. Again, they had 2 interceptions. Those are 2 of the plays that I thought that the Steelers did something with, but they were not able to convert to score anything on those plays. They were not well on third down at all. However, they were able to run the ball today. It just seemed like they just could not get to the end zone. You know, it's almost like if the running game's going, I don't know why they didn't continue with that. But those are your stats for today's game.
Yeah, turnovers jumps out, and then red zone jumps out. Comment here, take the 3, they add up. There was a 4th down play that they didn't convert in the red zone there. And overall, I mean, if you're playing a 3-12 team and you win the turnover battle 2-0, there's zero excuse for losing that game, especially when you outgain them. I mean, they outgained them. They had turnovers against them. It's just an embarrassing way to lose this game. There's no excuses that you can make for this team. They got to win the game like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue the defense played well, but that doesn't matter. Cleveland's not good. Steelers offense needs to play better than they did. Yeah. They're 9-7. Next week, they got Baltimore in a win or go home game. I'm sure Mike Tomlin is going to say all his Tomlinisms in this 3-minute clip here, but I'm gonna pull him up real fast to see what he has to say about the performance today. Here we go with Tomlin.
Yep. You know, tough, hard-fought AFC North matchup. We certainly didn't make enough plays today, and they did. You got to compliment those guys on an outstanding winning effort, and it's back to work for us. We've been here before, and so certainly we got a big week ahead of us, man, in a big game in Acrisure next weekend.
I mean, we don't have to compliment the Browns. They're not that good. No. It's a fact. They're 3-12. They didn't play anything crazy today. Sanders, like I said, I just went through the numbers. Their leading rusher had 27 yards. Their leading receiver had 54 yards. I mean, the quarterback threw two interceptions. They didn't play that well. Defensively, you can say what you want to say. I think it's because the Steelers don't have playmakers. That's just a fact. They don't have anyone right now.
I mean,
what else
you have DK
you
out.
First,
you have DK out with his stupid thing. You have Austin out, even though he's not a number 2, but you still have your 2 leading wide receivers out. You have TJ Watt out on the defensive side with an injury as well. And it's like, you know, a lot of your key guys are out. It's just, you know, it kind of sucks. Plus you have some injuries going on as well during the game and other players out, you know, so it doesn't help when you're better than the team you're playing, but yet you're shooting yourself in the foot with a lot of the guys that are out right now.
Yeah, once Washington went out, you really were left with a bunch of guys that you got mid-season with Scantling, Thielen, Freiermuth, like I said, had 3 catches himself. Scotty Miller playing a lot of time here. It's just not. There's no weapons. There's nothing out there right now.
Yeah.
From an injury standpoint, man, Darnell Washington had a broken arm. He wasn't able to go back in. The rest are just bumps and bruises associated with play. Questions?
So that's a huge loss. That changes everything for the playoffs. With a broken arm, if it's an actual broken arm, I can't see how he's back. In the next couple of weeks, and they're gonna be in the wild card week for sure. So you're looking at least 2 games where he's not gonna play. You already have no DK Metcalf next week. It's gonna be rough. Next week's gonna be a tough game. The good thing is the Baltimore hasn't been playing that well before last night. They're really good last night. But it's gonna be tough without Washington.
Mike, you surprised your team played like you did with so much on the line?
I didn't think we played poorly. We just didn't make enough plays. I thought they played well. I thought the game.
Huh?
They played
didn't
poorly.
play poorly, but didn't make plays.
They played poorly.
That's oh man,
I don't get it.
I mean, those you can't say both those things. You can't.
No, you can't.
With a
it's contradicting. Yeah, it's contradicting.
Yeah, I just,
exactly.
Yeah, as you go into last week, yeah, I mean, come on. Oh yeah. Here's some more Tomlin. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
The game was kind of unfolding in the way that you would anticipate, but we never made that signature play that kind of got us over the hump. That generally is the deciding factor in games like this, and we generally make them. We didn't make them today.
What kept you from making those plays, especially offensively?
They had a lot to do with it. They made some plays, and I'm never one not to compliment worthy opponents, man. And certainly they made plays today.
How much did not having Darnell Washington affect some of that decision making in short yardage situations?
We get challenged with the attrition component all the time. We make no excuses regarding that. We got capable men. We adapt, adjust, and we keep moving.
Scotty, the number one read on that 4th and 1 where Aaron threw too many heads.
He certainly had options, and he was one of them.
Like on that play, did not having Darnell affect your decision to possibly not push on that play?
Again, as I mentioned, we got options. Attrition is a component of it. We adapt and keep moving. We make no excuses about what we do or what we don't do, particularly as it pertains to who's available and who's not.
What are your thoughts on that decision there? It was a 4th and 1. It ends up with Rodgers throwing a deep ball to Scotty Miller, of all guys. Obviously, like you said, no Darnell Washington there for the tush push. Then we're going to do a tush push there. We talked about it earlier. Taking the 3 points was the move that we have here. What were your thoughts exactly on that?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you don't really have, like you said, you have these guys that have come in halfway through the season, or these guys that haven't even played really much all season, and you're depending on them to be the wide receiver one. I mean, if you're close enough to take the field goal, I think you take the points right there. I mean, you're going into halftime, at least only down by 1 at that point, and maybe having a little bit more momentum than you did when you're still down by 4. I think
you get the ball.
Yeah, you get the ball. Yeah, and so I think that I think they should have taken the points right there. Another thing that he said a couple questions ago about how he was saying how the Browns were a worthy opponent. They're not good this year. They're not.
No, exactly.
You can't like you said, you can't compliment them when they're 3-12. I mean, now 4-12, but they're 3-12 the whole season. Sure, they may have a good defense, but I think the announcer said they only put up maybe 20 points twice the entire season. So you can't say that they're a worthy opponent and that they played better than you. You stunk today. You played terrible. That's what happened.
Mike, how much did not having DK affect the passing game?
It was an impact, but we certainly got capable men, and we expect those guys to make necessary plays, and we certainly didn't make enough today.
How do you think the defense did after?
Who are you expecting to make the play?
Capable men? Who?
That's why. I mean, you're not going to disrespect your guys, but I mean,
no,
none of these guys are the guy.
No.
The way I see it, you have to play Roman Wilson next week. Whatever doghouse he might be in, whatever's going on there, he's at least got the ability to maybe make a play. Yeah. You're not going to get a play Scotty Miller. Scantling had how many chances there at the end? He didn't make a play. Him and Rodgers have been together for how long, and they're just completely off each other's same page. They're not on the same page.
Not at all.
Thielen's a blocker.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen's a blocker. He's not a receiver anymore. I don't care what anyone wants to say. You don't have Darnell Washington. There's no way you can go into next week without DK Metcalf, without Calvin Austin, and not have Roman Wilson active.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, I don't care what's going on there, whatever it is. These guys can't make a play. The guys they have in the receiving core right now will not make a play at any point for the rest of their careers. None of them will have the snaps that they're getting for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year in any season for the rest of their careers.
Yeah, and the fact that me and you've been talking about this over the past couple of years, how they haven't even gone out to get another wide receiver. They brought in DK, but they never went out and got a number 2, a real number 2. And to say that any of these guys,
they just swapped him and picked him.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? And so it's like you didn't even go out and get a second guy to be your wide receiver number 2, and now you're expecting these guys that are already older veterans to supposed to be the guy, and they're not that. They're not going to be that, and it's going to be tough next week. Without DK, I mean, that last game we played against the Ravens, DK had the best game of the season he had in that game, and he torched the Ravens. And now you're expecting these guys to come play like DK, and it's not going to happen. I mean, it's all on DK's fault for being a diva and going over there and causing whatever happened, But to expect that these guys are going to step up, like you said, to be that number 1, number 2 wide receiver, it's not going to happen. It's going to be a tough game. And now Darnell Washington's out with a broken arm. You really don't have a main guy that's going to be it. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think they're going to have to, whatever's going on, like you said, with Roman Wilson, they're going to have to bring him in to the game, and he's going to have to be your guy. At least, like you said, he can make some plays.
Yeah, I mean, you don't expect DK Metcalf to go and punch a fan in the face, but that doesn't mean like he couldn't. What if he would have got hurt for a couple weeks? They would have been in the same situation. And an injury is something that you could look forward. You could see, this could happen. And they just have nobody back there. I mean, and it's obviously a situation where Rodgers trusts these guys, these vets, and I mean they won 3 in a row with them being like the main focal points. But that was with DK Metcalf. You don't have him now. You gotta do something. You gotta figure something out. It's just not. It's not it right now. That they can't make plays. It's not about like, maybe they cannot make plays. None of these guys that they have getting snaps at receiver can make a play. It's just a fact.
Exactly. Yeah.
The first 2 drives.
I thought they kept us in the fight. We got some takeaways. We put ourselves in position to win.
Mike, was there too much focus or emphasis on keeping Myles Garrett from that sack record? Did you feel that from your offense?
We didn't do anything against Myles that we don't normally do against Myles. The sack record's irrelevant. We got to minimize him if we want to engineer victory. We did the same thing last time we played him. I didn't think he had any sacks in that game either. And so we didn't take a different approach because of the gravity of the record. It's just standard business when you're playing these guys and him.
Like, where's this question coming from?
Yeah.
Like, this is the dumbest thing. Romo kept doing it during the game, too.
Yeah.
You stop Myles Garrett. That's the first thing you do when you play the Cleveland Browns. They ran the ball well. You would chip him on every play no matter what. What are they talking about? What is the point that they're making?
I don't get it. Like, it's just it's something because they just want to see history, and it's like, I get it. It's a great accomplishment by a player to do and get that feat. But it's like, let's talk about the actual game and what happened in the game. It didn't happen, so there's no need to bring it up. Like you said, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
And I mean, and this is true. The only bonus of the game was Garrett not getting the sack. Yeah. Yes, that's 100% true. But they didn't do anything different on him. They played the same game, and they just didn't let him get a sack. What part of it? So what are we talking about? Even with like the offense changing, the offense did nothing different today relative to what they do against any other player at any other point. He's a great player. It is great that he didn't get it against us, especially if you're a TJ Watt fan, sure. But you want to have to win, number one. And they did nothing different. The best way to beat the Cleveland Browns is to make sure that Myles Garrett doesn't take over the game.
Yeah,
and he didn't take over the game. It's not like they gave up 5 sacks. They gave up 2 sacks for 8 yards. Yeah. And the Browns have some players on defense other than Garrett, and they ended up getting some sacks. Well, I just don't see where that question comes from the media.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like 3 straight shots to MVS to end the game. Was that kind of Aaron's fault, the guy he wanted, or was that what Arthur drew?
He had eligibles on the play, and certainly he was one of them. And he's a capable guy. I got no qualms about us playing to win the game in the way that we did.
How significant was it for them to get that lead early on? Was it 30 was the other way?
the start doesn't determine anything other than the start. I doubt that any of us got uncomfortable. It's the nature of kind of how these games go. I thought our ability to put some points on the board prior to the half and then have the ball coming out the second half really kind of made anything that transpired in the first half irrelevant.
Mike Darnell, stick.
He's kind of right on in those things. I think there's
Yeah.
I don't think them scoring early was the difference in this game. I think they should have done something to do to bring the offense together. They just did nothing. The offense stunk. Even with the running game working for the most part, they just could not score points, and it's an embarrassing performance.
I mean, the Browns, I think coming into this game, I think they had like in the top 3. I think I saw in the pass defense. So they had a good defense there, and the offense just did not make any plays. I mean, when you do the same stuff every play and every time you get the ball, you're not going to do anything. And if you don't change it up, nothing's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know. I just reported to you guys what I have.
Did Boswell have normal footing on the field goal that he missed?
It's irrelevant.
Anyone else? All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, is it irrelevant? I don't know, but it is. It's a very frustrating point. Not having TJ Watt is obviously a big deal. I don't know if that was the big deal today. Highsmith had a strong game. They only gave up 13 points. You got to score more than 30. You just got to beat this team. There's no reason to lose this game. What are your thoughts?
I mean, they stunk today. They played like crap. The offense didn't do anything. The defense held them to 13 points, 78 rush yards. The Browns were 4 for 11 on third down. They ended up getting 2 sacks on Shador. They didn't have any turnovers on their defense, and the fact that our defense ended up getting 2 interceptions. They didn't play well on third down. The rushing game was a little bit decent today, but they could not really do anything offensively to get anything going. You get 2 turnovers, you're expected to get some points off those, and you didn't do anything. Boswell missed another field goal today. I mean, this is like 2 in the past 2 games. I mean, he had that one in Detroit. I mean, it's in a dome. There's not really much weather. It's a little frustrating to see too. But then you get to the red zone. I mean, 0 for 2 in the red zone today. I mean, you get down there and you don't score. I mean, you have to score. You can't just you can't do that. You can't get down there and move the ball down there and not be able to convert on any touchdown. So, like you said, you can't score 6 points against a team that's not doing well all season. 3-12. You're going into their home. Sure, it's a divisional game. It's a rivalry game. But, you can't just put up 6 points and expect that you're going to win this game. It's just not what's going to happen. And the Steelers stunk today. That's all it was.
Yeah. Just to get a rundown of the scoring and everything like that. The Browns started the game off with the ball. They go 9 plays, 41 yards, get a field goal to make it 3-0. Steelers go 3 and out to start the game, setting up what's going to happen all game, I think. So we're still at 3-0. The Browns come down 6 plays, 86 yards to make it 10-0. So the first quarter, the Steelers are trailing 10-0 to a team that doesn't have much offense at all, and you give up 10 points in the first quarter. Steelers do get a field goal in the next drive, 10 plays, 55 yards. Then the Browns come back and go 7 plays, 32 yards, and turn the ball over on downs. Steelers can do nothing with that. They go 4 plays, 19 yards. They have to punt. Then the Steelers get an interception. Once again, the offense does nothing. 4 plays, 9 yards, turnover on downs. There was a chance that maybe you that's the one where you probably hoping that you kick the field goal there, but instead you don't. Next drive for the Browns, 3 plays, 8 yards, and a punt. Steelers do get a field goal to end the half, go 10 plays, 56 yards. Boswell kicks one there. Third quarter, the Steelers get the ball. First, they go 5 plays, 18 yards, and a punt. The Browns then go 7 plays, 18 yards, and a punt. Steelers then get the ball back, go 13 plays, 42 yards, get the ball for 8 minutes, end up with nothing after the Boswell miss on a 54-yarder. But they get the ball right back on an interception, 2 plays, 5
Yep.
yards for the Browns, 10-6. You're looking good. Once again, the offense can't do shit. 4 plays, 20 yards. Punt. Browns come back, 4 plays, 6 yards, punt. Steelers go 3 plays, 4 yards, punt. Browns go 3 plays, 9 yards, punt. Steelers get the ball with 2:38 or about 2 minutes left in the game. They go 4 plays, 0 yards in 18 seconds. Browns get the ball back, go 4 plays, 5 yards, 18 seconds on that drive, but they get the field goal. They get 13-6. Steelers get the ball. They drive it down, but are unable to score. They questioned the Tomlin. They go 3 plays to Valdez-Scantling at the end there. He's unable to convert any of them. Steelers lose 13-6 in a very, very disappointing game overall. Yeah. But next week is all that matters at this point.
Yeah.
They get the Baltimore Ravens at home. Who knows whether Lamar's going to be there? I don't know, even if it matters. I think a lot of it's going to depend on how the Steelers want to play.
Yeah. It's win or go home.
You can't be overly confident at this point.
Yeah, you can't. It's win or go home, and they have to, if they want to continue on to the postseason, they can't play like they did today. They can't play like some of the losses they've had all season. They have to play like they were over this 3-game stretch where they went 3 in a row. It's again, no DK is going to make it a little difficult because DK had a very good game against the Ravens last time they played. So somebody's going to have to step up. Like you said, hopefully Roman Wilson's put in the mix for the offense this coming game. But they're going to have to figure something out because if they play like this, then that's it for the season. If they want to progress, they need to play better than today. I don't know if TJ Watt will be there this week either. I mean, we'll have to see what's going on with Darnell Washington. Is it injury? If it's broken arm that bad, like you said, he's probably not going to be there. And that's a guy you need, a target you need to move on, through the playoffs. So again, the Steelers need to play better than they did today in order to advance into the playoffs. But it's going to be tough. It's a divisional game. It's one of the best rivalries in football, Steelers-Ravens. And we just got to hope and pray that they play well and win that game.
Yeah, it's just sad, but it's true. They have nobody to step up. And I mean, even if you win next week, it seems like you're going to another one and done in the playoffs. They're pretty much locked into playing Buffalo. If not Buffalo, maybe get Houston or the Chargers. But it looks like you're playing Buffalo. And that's no one wants to see that game. No one wants to see the Steelers in Buffalo again.
Yeah.
This time we'll be at home. I think last time was probably at home. No, I can't remember. Yeah, it's just a mess. This team's very frustrating to watch. They had some weeks in a row here where they look like they're figuring something out. Maybe you blame DK and not having him in the offense there, but I don't think that's the only reason that they laid an egg today. There's just something wrong with what they do in situations like that. They just fail to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
But week 18 at home. If we were given that as the option, I think most of us would take it.
Yeah.
To begin the season with this team. So that's what you got here.
That's it.
And it's probably going to be a night game, either going to be Saturday night or Sunday night. And we'll be here for that. Lee, any closing comments or anything before then?
All I can say is let's go Steelers. Hopefully get a win. Otherwise, we'll see you next year.
We'll see you next week at least. All right. I'll see you.